best player in the world. Welcome.
Confessions from the Heart. Today's story is about the legend Kobe Bryant. First and foremost, rest in peace, Kobe. You are missed. You will forever be remembered and honored at the highest level. This is a story about when I went to basketball camp with Kobe Bryant. Me and Kobe Bryant went to LaSalle basketball camp. Speedy Morris's LaSalle basketball camp. Speedy Morris at the time was LaSalle's head coach. And in Philadelphia, this camp was, it was a good camp. It was an overnight basketball camp, which made it a big deal and made it a big thing. The fact that my mom allowed me to go and paid the money for me to go to this camp was a bigger thing. This was huge because you couldn't tell me I wasn't going to the NBA. I really believed it. The conversations that we used to have on the playground were just unbelievable. We talked in such a high level of false reality. Yeah, man, you know what? I think I may end up going to Duke. Duke or North Carolina. It depends because I don't really like North Carolina colors like that. So I might go to Duke or it depends on how my mom feels. I might stay home, play for Temple. Ultimately, it's going to be one of those schools. That's how I used to talk. I was so passionate. My nickname that I gave myself was the Bug because I felt that I was the best defensive player to ever play the game. Oh, you don't want to make the Bug mad. That's what I used to say. Oh, yeah, don't let the Bug loose because I'm on your ass. This year, over the summer, I show up at camp. Kobe Bryant is at the camp. Kobe Bryant at the time was the #1 basketball player in the nation. This is huge. I'm at the same basketball camp as the #1 basketball player in the nation. Well, that means that I must be number 2. I got to be number 2. Why else would I be here? It's my time to shine and get recognized. NBA, here I come. I just may go to Duke after all. We get in this camp. I notice myself following Kobe Bryant around. We're in layup lines. We warming up. I'm tagging behind Kobe. Wherever he is, I just want to be in the vicinity because I want to be where the great players are because I am a great player. We're doing our drills. I'm hustling, grabbing every rebound, diving for every single loose ball on the ground, running as fast as I can, playing defense as hard as I can. They divvy all the campers up into teams. Day 1, day 2, you get to play in the games. You're keeping records. Everybody's keeping a tally of what's going on in the camp. Day 3, Speedy Morris himself, the head coach of the LaSalle basketball team at the time, addressed the camp. I'm watching all you guys show up every morning, and I got to say that I'm not impressed. I don't feel like you campers are working hard enough. You guys need to get some work ethic. You need to show up here and want to become better. Look at Kobe Bryant. He shows up here every day and he works. Kobe Bryant hasn't put the basketball in his right hand since he's been in camp. He's here to only work on his left hand. What? What you talking about, Kobe Bryant? Only working on his left hand. Kobe Bryant approached the camp to only work on his left hand. He never shot the ball with his right hand. He never dribbled the ball with his right hand. Kobe Bryant played us left-handed. The opportunity that I thought was going to be the biggest in my life turned out to be a goddamn practice pad for Kobe Bryant. The moments where I thought that I was playing some of the hardest defense ever were moments where Kobe Bryant was just counting in his head 1 dribble, 2 dribble, 3 dribble, 4. The man was above and beyond the word good. He was great then. We didn't even know that he was practicing on us until the head coach made us all feel stupid for not working as hard as he was. Needless to say, that's when my NBA dreams were shattered. Because one night I talked to Kobe and I said, hey, man, where do you think I'm probably going to end up going? Like D1 wise, where should I go? Kobe just looked at me and laughed and walked away. I didn't know if that was to shit on my talent or just to say that I got a pick of my choice. I guess until this day, I got to figure it out. More importantly, it's a moment that I'll never forget. Young Kobe, young Kevin, we both grew up to do amazing things. You were missed, brother. I love you. I'll never forget that you played the entire basketball.
Obviously, Shaq and Kobe have had more of a history of success as a duo, got a lot more time. AD and LeBron hadn't played that long together. These two had a three-peat. Both men have already finished their Hall of Fame careers. But specifically, if you were just putting them all at their prime, let's just say all four at their prime, a game of 2-on-2, and you played against every single one of those guys.
Oh, my God.
In their prime, actually, so you tell me.
This is not a hard one. It's Shaq and Kobe.
Whoa.
Come on now.
Frightened me
What
for
are
a
you
second.
talking about? Shaq and Kobe,
Give me your
hands
reasons.
down.
Give me your reasons.
I mean, you're talking about two of the top 10 players all time. We already know LeBron is going to be in the top 5. We don't know where AD is going to be at when his career ends. So this is a no-brainer right now as we speak. But maybe down the line they'll have a chance.
First of all, I'm a little nervous with your hand gestures. You got two phones next
I got
to
two.
your
First of all,
You got
you know
the
that
two
Paul
bars,
has
two phones.
yeah, Paul, please. Paul was born like this, apparently. This is all Paul does anymore.
We've already had one spill. I'm just worried about the
No,
technology.
I got it all under control. It's organized.
2-on-2. Shaq is a trump card.
Right.
Like, what are you going to do with Shaq?
Right.
Prime Shaq? Forget
Prime
who's
Shaq.
guarding him.
Forget
AD.
about it.
AD's a great
No,
defensive
LeBron
player.
has a better chance at guard.
It might be, and Shaq's just, you're going to be out of bounds and he's going to be dunking over and over again. I don't care if you play ones, twos, whatever. Shaq's just going to dunk over and over.
I mean, this is the thing that's so crazy about Shaq is that when you say there, Paul, at the beginning, you said, oh, LeBron, is one of the greatest players of all time. You're thinking in your head Michael Jordan. You might be thinking about Kareem. While Shaq is not usually in anyone's top 3 in those conversations, he is, once you start doing this kind of exercise, everyone's like, yeah, most dominant, most unstoppable, all of those kinds of things. You can't really
Absolutely.
put anyone up against him.
No one.
What did you guys do when you were game planning to play against him?
We were like, we tried to front him, but the bad thing about it is I was the weak side guy. So imagine like a guy standing in front of Shaq, they lob the ball over, and then I have to come over and run and trap him. So I'll tell you once, he turned the ball over one time and went up for the dunk, and I smacked the ball as hard as I can.
How'd
It
that
didn't
go
go
for
out
you?
his hand. He kept going up and dunked it, and I was like, hey, I'm not helping no more.
Right.
Y'all got this. He could get 30 or 40. Let's stop Kobe, y'all. Let's go.
I'm not sure how much money you would have to pay me to stand still and take a charge from
Right.
like an on-rushing
No.
prime Shaq, but it would be a lot of money because I'm not coming out of that well.
I was going to say, I don't think he would get up.
I mean, once he get the ball and then he do this, Zach.
No, it's over for me. I'm going to the
it's
hospital.
Like, this is what you're going to
That's
get
a
every day.
hospital.
That's like, what you going to do?
Nothing.
Get out the way.
By the way, how nice for the Lakers franchise that you can even have this conversation. This, by the
Yeah.
way, led to one of a version of our conversations the other day, which is when you talk about who the best Laker has been, right? You've got a guy like LeBron James, who, again, people would say is in the top 2 or 3 of all time, but you would never call him the best Laker because he hasn't won anything there, right? He just got here. So you have a weird situation where he might be the best player to put on a Laker uniform, although people will talk about Kareem, by the way. But not the best Laker. Would you say Kobe or Shaq is the best Laker or Kareem?
Well,
Magic.
we all know Magic is the best Laker. I mean, he has 5 titles. He's won 3 MVPs in the Laker uniform.
Right.
What he's accomplished in that uniform.
Right, I guess that's the point, right?
What,
So even
yeah,
though
what he's
not as good-
accomplished
yes.
in, like Kareem is great, but Magic accomplished more in that uniform.
Well, Kobe's got 5 titles in that uniform.
Yeah, but Magic still accomplished more in a Laker uniform. I mean, they both got 5 titles, but Magic's trump card is the MVPs right there.
Magic is the all-time Laker. The guy whose name, and it just happened again, who never gets mentioned in the best Laker of all time, not even a mention, is Jerry West. And he should be mentioned. He's one of the greatest players of all time. He's a million-time All-Star. They made the finals a ton of times in a row. And if not for the Bill Russell Celtics, he may be a 4 or 5-time champion. And then he's in
I
this
got one
conversation.
for you. Hold on, I got one real quick. Since we saying Magic is the best Laker,
Right.
why do we hear conversations about Kobe being the greatest?
Well,
Where's Magic fit in that conversation?
Like of all time?
Of all time. There's an argument that Kobe is up there with Jordan
That's why
second
when I
or
said to
third.
you, who's the
So
best Laker?
if Magic is the best Laker, where does he fit? If he's better than Kobe,
Above Kobe.
all right then. So, young generation, please get YouTube. Watch these Magic Johnson highlights, please, because Magic was defining for the game of basketball in the 80s.
Well, there you go. I would say, though, to your Jerry West point, if we did have the Shaq and Kobe 2-on-2 versus LeBron and AD, but then they called Jerry West on to be like 3-2 with them against Shaq and Kobe, then you've got something.
Okay.
There you go.
Kind of
Boom.
lost track of where that all went, but
Prime
I
time.